Oh, he's taking a while to find.
Brown, is it? Well done, mate.
Serious hard work just went into landing this fish.
Good stretch of river too that we fished for that.
Very healthy little brown. Caught this lovely little brown trout on a Jackson Comanche in the Goobagandra. We're fishing just up here. I've been casting for quite a while and haven't had any luck. I picked him up just on the current line up here. Give you a look. You can see it. He absolutely engulfed that lure. I was never ready to give up and try something else. It's pretty key that if you can't catch a fish on one lure, don't stick with it, try something else. This time it was lucky, the lure will stay on for a little bit longer. Thanks very much, guys. I got him. That's off. Alright, now stop whining, keep your rod in the air. Oh, he's a nice brown.
Cracker. It's a good cast right into that tree.
It was.
He's a cracker brown. For this water anyway.
Beautiful.
Just got this nice wild stream brown. Just used some Maria fake bait and a nice metallic colour. And yeah, we just got him just over there under that nice tree over there. Pretty shallow water, about knee deep, as you can see, and just let this nice little fella go. Right up there in the gun.
Done? It's weird. Another brown. Is it? Very nice. Happy?
Yeah, mate, happy. Here's this gorgeous rainbow trout. Beautiful stream little trout, very healthy fish. Beautifully coloured up. The spots are absolutely gorgeous.
I'm just going to pan in on the fish.
Might just let it go.
That's a blessing right there.
Isn't it?
Well, this is starting to rain. Picked up this lovely little bow. We'll let him go. Now, the importance of what I did there was I changed my position in the river to allow me to fish in an area that I couldn't have fished from one side. Wading gives you a huge advantage, and you need to take that advantage most of the time. I know it's uncomfortable, I know you get wet, I know it's tiring, but I reckon you catch a hell of a lot more fish this way. So I'm just about to fish a little backwater, just a little offshoot of the river. You've got to be really careful when you're fishing this kind of water. You can't let the ripples push forward, as it's likely to spook the pool. We've pulled 2 fish out of here already, but we want to get into the back. There's a lot of weed, so that's where my little Jackson Kamachi.
I'll come back in.
There's a lot of weed here, but this is where my lure, my Jackson Kamachi, comes into its own. It only dives about 10 centimetres under the surface, so I'm able to fish these bits of water that other people can't normally. Yeah, we'll give it a shot and see how we go anyway.
Well done, mate. Perfect.
I just took this little brown, lovely fish. I broke a few rules when I cast downstream, but it was the only way I could approach the pool effectively. The trick here is we've just fished an area where the water was filthy, and it was just too much. We've had a couple of mil of rain overnight, so now we're going to try here, and hopefully we'll get some more fish. There he goes. Well done, Mick. Little rainbow. No, I don't think so. What's he got you on the weed? There you go. I told ya.
Aww. First cast.
Doesn't matter, Nick.
He's bearing off that lure, hasn't he?
Yeah, as he wanted it. The second cast.
There's this beautiful Cherry River bow, caught on a Lucky Craft crappie, bright yellow. Come from just off the edge of the off the fast water there. Got me caught up on some weed just here in front of us, and then yeah, we got him. Let's send him back home.
Even though we had boxes full of lures, there are actually only a couple that really succeeded well for us today. Well, today and over the last 3 days. We shot this entire DVD over the last 3 days, and while we've lost some of the lures we did well on, we've got ones that are similar enough that we can give you a bit of a look at what we're using. For me, the standouts were the Jackson Kamachis. These are a very shallow diving lure, but I just kept hooking a lot of fish on them. This colour here, and also the gold with the red back, it's similar to that, were the two lures that did really well for me. To fish these lures, I've been using some 6 pound Sunline Trouters, fluorocarbon leader. This is especially designed for trout. The rod I've been using is an NS Black Hole Caris trout, which is a 6'6" rod, and it's very light. It's rated at 3 to 10 pound, which makes it perfect for these larger streams. You'll see from mixed rods soon that his is more for the smaller streams, but another excellent rod. The reel I've got is a Daiwa Ballistics 2000, which is a light reel, very nice, and I'm using 6 pound Sunline Rockfish, which is a braid, so an 8-pick braid, which is its lightest and thinnest in the class. We found it excellent. We didn't have many failures when we were on fish. We had a couple during our casting, but that was more due to our knots rather than the actual gear.
Right, so mainly the main two mainstays of lures that have worked the best for me over the course of the weekend have been the Lucky Craft Crappie, and especially this colour, the nice bright colour with the more of like a spawn brown trout sort of dots on it as well. That's done really, really well. The aptly named, or what we have named it, the Cookies and Cream colour, which I also had one in a gold as well. Those two have been my mainstay lures for the whole weekend, and they've just absolutely slaughtered them, so very happy with those ones. In the way of rods, I was using the Black Hole NS Trout. It's only 6 foot and it's extremely whippy, which you'll see in most of the casting. I'm using very little effort when it comes to casting. I'm only just easing the lure off and it's going off, especially when these are only about 2.5 grams. They're very light lures and we're still able to put them a good 10-15 metres very easily. For the reel, I've got myself a Daiwa Imprezo 1500. It's been really, really nice, matched with the 6 pound Trout fluorocarbon and the 6 pound Sunline Rockfish as well. So it's been absolutely brilliant setup, brilliantly balanced, and just really, really easy to throw those lighter lures around for trout. Tom? Nice.
Righto, I've been mainly using the Maria jerkbait or the Maria fake baits. Lately I've had good success over today and yesterday on the just a metallic-y, got blue, yellow and pink on him. Also the pink one, he's got a nice bright pink. He really stands out in the water, and in the clear water you can see it from a long way and the fish just jump all over it. I've also been using a Maria jerkbait in the purple and grey colour. It worked pretty well on Friday and yesterday, so then before we lost both of them, and yeah. For a rod, I've been using a Gary Loomis Temple Fork Outfitter, so a TFO. It's 4 to 8 pound. I actually bought it for yellow belly fishing, so it's a pretty good all-round rod. Like, it handles these trout pretty easily, as you can see, and casts the light lures just fine. Using the Kumanova, it's a pretty good reel. It's nice and smooth, casts the light lures around nicely, and 6 pound line just fits on it beautifully. Lovely.